the newest thriller out on the big screen, Flight Risk. Let's talk about it.
Y'all need a pilot?
Psycho killer.
Flight Risk is the newest movie that is out on the big screen for you guys to go and check out right now. Look, the trailers looked a bit like, okay, this could be an interesting movie. You know, it's a concept about a US marshal taking a fugitive who's going to go testify against a big mob boss. Of course, the mob boss hires someone to take him out. Not like we've ever seen that before, have we? No. So, look, I wasn't really expecting much. I mean, I like the cast. Mark Wahlberg. Really enjoy him. Michelle. I think Michelle's absolutely sensational, especially in The Gentleman. She's really, really good in that. And then got Topher Grace. I mean, it seems like it could be a recipe for great success. And then you sit down and watch the movie. Now, I will say this. There is some really, really, really bad shots in this movie with CG that looks so green screened that it's not even funny. I was sitting there, I was like, that's taking me out of the movie there, because it was like bad. And smaller low budget films, I can forgive the CG. I can forgive it. But this was just blatantly really, really bad to the point where it did take me out. So that's an issue. Pacing wise, oh man, this movie dragged. This movie really, really dragged a lot. It did not feel like it was an hour and 40 minutes. I'll tell you that now. This really felt way longer. I'm sitting there and I was like, are we going to land this plane anytime soon? What's going to happen? Like, it's just repeating. So that was kind of, it's going to, like, really? We're really going to drag this out to this point? This could have easily been wrapped up in, like, 60 minutes, an hour? Comfortably. At least you could have, taken bits out of on the plane and added something else to it. But hey, it is what it is. Now, the characters, they tried. They tried to make the characters interesting. Mark Wahlberg's character, the pilot guy, is an absolute psychopath. Like, that's what he is. This guy, we hear about one of the things that he did, which was, pretty insane. But he is a psychopath. And there is one scene, I will give it this credit. There is one scene involving Mark Wahlberg's character and handcuffs and doing something to get out of him. That was very, very brutal and graphic that I was like, oh, okay, I'm feeling the pain here. I'm feeling it here. So that worked. But his character is just, I have no words for what that character is. It seemed like he had a bit of fun playing that type of character. It looked like it. So he was just, he was crazy. Really, really crazy. Topher Grace's character did get annoying. He was very annoying at times. He's very much this character that talks a lot when he's nervous all the time and, doesn't want to, he speaks out loud when he's thinking about what's going to happen and stuff. So that's kind of, at times it was very, very annoying. So I didn't really like that much. It was like, oh, can we just shut him up, please? So they try to give you some backstory to the characters as well there. But it just never really clicked. Then Michelle's character, they try to dive into her character backstory as well, and a certain event that happened in hers that's making her want to, succeed here. It's just a lot of like, okay, I get you're trying to make them 3D, or at least layers of dimension between them. Instead, they still come across as a one-dimensional character where you're sitting and you're like, oh, yeah, I'm just not attached to him. I mean, the guy, the pilot that they call on the phone, I liked him. I thought his enthusiasm was great. To me, that was hilarious. I was enjoying that bit. I was like, oh, whenever this guy's on screen, there's actually some chemistry going on. There's actually some oomph in the movie. So there was that as well. The action, there's a little bit of action, not too much. It is what it is. The story itself is pretty generic. There's no real depth to it. I mean, it's just we're getting this person from point A to point B. Obviously, something happens here. Now we got to figure out how we're going to land a plane. That's really what it is. So if you're expecting a real deep story, you're not going to get it. Sorry. So yeah, the performances are good. Like, I don't think anyone did anything bad. They tried their absolute best. I will give them that. They tried to really carry this film as high as they could go. But unfortunately, the dialogue was not that great. Some of it was really cheesy. Some jokes landed, some jokes didn't land. So it came across of like, oh, 1 minute you laugh, next minute you're like, oh my gosh, someone actually wrote that down. Oh, like really? So it's like that, and then just yeah, there's no substance in this film. This film is like an empty calorie burger with nothing but just air. That's all it is. It's two buns with air, and that's what you're eating. That's what this movie feels like, which is a shame because I would have liked to see at least a little bit. I mean, I don't need it doesn't need to be perfect or anything like that. It could have just been fun, but it wasn't even really that fun, and that's the big issue I think, because I don't look this type of film. I'm not expecting to get a Dune Part 2 story. That's fine. You can have a real generic story. That's fine. You can have a simple story, and that's completely fine. I don't have an issue with it. But it's all about the execution. And unfortunately, in this movie, there's just no execution to it to where you actually have fun. It's just a little stagnant in a lot of places that makes it really boring at times where you're just sitting there and you're just, can we land this plane already? I want to go home. And that's really how I was feeling throughout the whole entire film, especially towards the end. The landing part was probably the most suspenseful out of everything. That's about it, really. I don't think there's really that much to it. But hey, someone's probably going to like this movie, and if they do, congratulations. I envy you because I really wanted to like this film, but unfortunately for me, just did not land. So, if you guys have seen Flight Risk, let me know what you guys think. Did you guys enjoy it? Maybe you did. Maybe you didn't. But I want to know, so let me know in the comment section below your thoughts. Let's get a discussion going over there. Hit that like button for me as well, and click that subscribe button. And therefore you won't miss out on another video. So, yeah. I'll see you guys next video. Until then, peace out.